What's up, my crypto legends? Yes, we are in a massive bearish structure here for the last few weeks, but when we zoom out, we know that we are very much in a strong uptrend as the volume on the impulsive moves to the upside are very, very high. And in this correction that we've had for several weeks, the volume is extremely low. I'm going to let you understand the stronger support levels where we could get that bounce, or is the low in already for Bitcoin? This is also something that we're going to analyze in today's episode, so make sure to stay tuned. Hi there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus. Before we dive in through the Bitcoin chart, guys, 3 days left. The 7th of August, World Series of Trading, the largest crypto trading competition on Bybit, is starting. Make sure to join my team if you haven't already. Last year, we did extremely well. This year, we're going to absolutely crush it. We need to be in the top 10 to get a piece of the cake of the 8 million US dollar tether so we can distribute it to our team, guys. Make sure to join it. If you haven't got a Bybit account, there is good news right now. There is an iPhone 14 giveaway. You just need to sign up with my link in the description, join my team, and place a few trades so you can move $10,000 worth of volume. That is relatively easy. Just with 500 US dollar tether and a few trades with a little bit of leverage, you will get easily to that volume, okay? 3 steps here. If you join right now, this giveaway is just going to be from a few people. There's people that have joined my team that are not affiliated with my account on Bybit. So it was just going to be a giveaway from a few people. So you do have high probability in winning this iPhone 14, guys, with these simple steps. Sign up with the link in the description, join my team, and just place a few trades in the competition. Let's dive in right away here with the price of Bitcoin. Let's understand where we at. We need to zoom out sometimes. Yes, of course, we entered a massive macro bearish structure, bear market in 2022, as you can see here. A big downtrend creating lower highs and lower lows. This bearish structure has finished, guys. This over here is already bullish structure. Why? The last technical lower high in the bear market was $25,000 as the next lower low created was here at 15.5k zone. Now, as we broke here above the last lower high, we are already breaking structure and we are in bullish territory for the last few months. Something curious to see as we have broken here the bearish structure. Now, it is pretty obvious that we are in a very strong uptrend with very high volume. As you can see from the bottom here, we've been creating massive price action to the upside with high volume. Inside of the corrective moves, volume has been going down, as you can see. On the impulsive move up, volume starts picking up again. In the corrective move, we can see volume going down. Right now, volume has spiked here, as you can see in June, and also the price action. Volume has been going down inside of this corrective move, meaning that it is very likely that we're going to see an impulsive move to the upside in the next coming days, potentially, guys. Now, I'm going to explain what are the strongest support levels. How can we detect those levels? I can already tell you that if you're not in a long position already from these lows, you might miss the move up. But we might get another opportunity. Yes, it is true. We are in bearish territory here for the last few weeks. When we go to the 4 hourly time frame, we are still in this corrective move. But if you do not understand that this is a corrective move here, that we could go to lower levels, but we overall waiting for massive impulsive moves coming in the next coming days, maybe a couple of weeks, all right? We don't really know exactly when that correction is going to end. Then, of course, I cannot help you. This is just like this, guys. This is impulsive as there's a lot of volume, and this is corrective as there's low volume and it's very choppy price action. We need to understand that something very similar is happening here, whether we do go slightly lower and then a massive impulse will come very soon. So the most important thing here going to lower time frames is understanding the structure. Now, yes, there could be a sign here of strength in the coming days. We're already seeing the structure being broken. So let's go with the bullish case scenario right away so you can understand this. yes, inside of this corrective move, we have been creating, okay, technically here, lower lows and lower highs. Since you create this low over here, you're already breaking this kind of structure, as you can see, this uptrend. So you're in this downtrend. So like I explained on yesterday's video, lower lows, lower highs, and as you can see right there, you have technically created a higher high inside of this range. So the bulls do have a possibility, okay, and going to higher levels. I've already got into a long position. I added to my long position. I'm sharing this with the Legends community, of course. I do think that there is a possibility in creating a higher low. This is why we are longing from the lows and we are very defensive. Longing from this level at this current moment is not a great idea because we have very good risk management and we know how to get into long positions from this range or even from this range over here, or either add to the position and being very defensive, because there is a bearish scenario that I will explain right away. So the possibility of bulls already jumping up from here is very possible. This could be the start of a first wave up, and this is a second corrective wave, okay? I am talking bullish case and bearish case scenario, guys. I'm not insanely, bullish or insanely bearish. I'm pretty neutral at this zone, looking at both scenarios. This doesn't mean I cannot trade it. Of course I can. I can long it and I can short it. We talked about a short scenario yesterday in the Legends community, round about this range of $29,300. It can be explained in this video if I do have some time. But we need to understand, yes, this is a higher high. We can create a higher low. It's definitely a possibility. We need to play this safely. So if this were to be one wave up, and this is a second corrective wave, and in the next coming hours, couple of days, there could be a chance of creating a third wave here, being very, very impulsive. We know that the third waves usually can be extremely impulsive. We just need to understand that it's definitely a possibility, okay? So in this case, what you want to do is long from the very lows, all right, from this zone, and be very defensive just in case we do have the bearish case scenario playing out, okay? So overall, for these targets, if this were to be a wave one, we could arguably discuss that the 1.618 could be a massive target here from the extension. Only if this were to be the bottom, and this being wave one, this being wave two, the 1.618 is at 31,350. That is if this is a wave one and this is a wave two. The third wave could reach all the way up here to 31,300 range, okay? 1.618 is a very common target for a third impulsive wave. That is the bullish case scenario. I'm not saying that we should long here blindly. If you haven't longed from the lows like we provided here in the Legends community, getting very, very good risk management and being very protective, then of course I think it's a little bit late. Of course, if we were to break these highs, then it would be a great sign. It could be a good sign that we could go to higher levels. However, it's going to be very difficult to detect. We need to see that high volume, all right, to the upside, and it's not looking too great at the moment. The weekend is coming, so a little bit of choppy action is very likely to happen. Let's talk about the bearish case scenario, okay? We just need to understand if you can manage your risk, you can get into some really nice trades. This could be a higher low, okay? And we could enter a third wave. It's definitely a possibility. Bearish case scenario. Bearish case scenario is we have another leg down. And a simple explanation here would be that, yeah, we are still kind of in bearish structure. And this higher high locally can be an ABC flat structure. Just going here to the very end, we do know that the impulsive moves are to the downside, okay? And to the upside, it is very corrective, as you can see here. To the downside, very impulsive with very high volume, and to the upside, very corrective. Now, there is a possibility that this could be an ABC flat. And what do I mean by an ABC flat? I'm going to explain it right away here. If we do see this impulsive move down, this could be an A, this could be a B, and this a C. And right now, we are going to create 5 waves to the downside. The bearish case scenario is very much possible. We're going to talk about the strongest support levels and where could the 5th wave that could be creating right now could end, okay? So this could be one wave. We are inside of the second wave. It does make a lot of sense as well, as the moves to the downside are a little bit more impulsive if this were to be, okay, a C corrective flat. And we do see here the possibility of creating that second wave, and we're going to enter the third wave that could be very much aggressive. Now, we don't really know where that last wave could end, okay? We just need to be ready for the fake outs and support levels to hold as support. Now, it was very easy for me to detect that this was the bottom because basically we had a small double bottom on the lower time frames, okay? It was very difficult and complex here to understand, where the last wave was going to finish. But overall, we longed here from this bottom on the Legends community. We were very much aware of that long trade. We are also going to be aware of that scenario here if we are going to create that bearish structure in the coming days. So going through here, what if we do have another wave down? What happens if this is an ABC flat and we are creating 5 waves here to the downside in the next coming days? I can already tell you it is likely to be the last wave down, as this is a corrective move. Volume will likely be low. It might be very high at the very end. Having high volume at the end of a trend means a possible reversal could happen. So we'll be paying attention to that as well. What are the strongest support levels that we do have? Well, there are 2 levels that are very interesting to see. It's this one right over here, the 28,300 range approximately, where the price did get respected several times, as you can see here on the chart. It was a major resistance zone. And if we do take a look at Fibonacci from the pivot low here, from the start of this impulsive move, 50% Fibonacci is round about that level where the price action got heavily respected. So it's going to be interesting. If the price does drop down, we were just a few $100s away from the low created on August here, the 1st of August. If we drop to that level and fail to break out from these lows, it's going to be very curious to see, this might be a failed move down, okay? This might be the end of that 5th wave where it's going to be a failed move down. We're just going to have to analyze the situation here, because as soon as we dip beneath the low from the 1st of August, we need to understand that a double bottom is possible. Double bottoms or double tops happen all the time. Failed breakouts, you fail breakout the highs, you fail break out the lows and get a massive bounce, as you can see. So something similar could happen. We are paying attention to these lows over here for a fake out, because if it fakes out, we're going to start hitting some major support levels. A clear resistance zone that has been respected here, as you can see, back in May, as you can see on the chart, and it's the 50% Fibonacci from the overall pump. This level, there is some confluence. However, if the drop has very high volume and we start, massively impulsive moves to the downside, there is a strong level that I will be looking at, and that is a monthly level that hasn't been tapped, guys. We are very much aware on the higher time frames, okay, that level is extremely important. That is the monthly close and open from May and June, as you can see. And that level is extremely important, not only because it's a monthly level, it is also because it is the 618 Fibonacci from the start of this impulsive move to the upside, okay? So if the bottom is not going to be round about $28,400, right? The bottom could be in here, but we are very defensive traders. So overall, we're running free trades here and being protective. This level, if that is not going to be the bottom and we hold as support and we create a failed breakout from the lows, I would expect a major crash down to round about $27,000 range, give or take a few $100s because of volatility. That is the monthly level, 618 Fibonacci. This could be very much the bottom at this level. We're going to have to check out the reaction, okay? We need a reaction at certain levels to take those decisions, because we could slice through, it could capitulate at any time, whatever, anything can happen. This is why we do not put limit orders. We set alerts on the chart to get ready for those levels to see the reaction. If we have a nice reaction, the price hits that level, gets a consolidation, we know specific points where to get into. But of course, if you want that information and more guidance, you would have to join the Legends community, because on YouTube, this is kind of a mission impossible. In the Legends community, you have those daily updates on Bitcoin, guys. make sure to join if you want that information. Of course, if you want the information from the modules, all right, learn by yourself, you also have the masterclass if you want to learn trading by yourself. It's great modules that I have done in just a matter of 6-7 hours, going straight to the point on what tools I use for successful trading. Not much more to be said in this episode, guys. This could be the low. We could create another low. These are the most important levels that I'm looking at here. I am understanding that, yes, we are in bearish structure and we could have another low created. However, on the higher time frame, this is a corrective move. This is impulsive. And at some point, we need to be ready, guys, with a trade for that massive runner here to create a new yearly high. Thank you, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.